Hey folks, just last night, Tuesday night, we had a meeting to plan out our trunk or treat event and talk a little bit about Christmas and Easter and some things coming up. We had a nice crowd of people here, had a really good time praying and collaborating about what we'd like to see this event be. We want to get back to having trunk or treat be what it was just a few years ago. And now have the expanded parking lot across the road and access to the school. So we just want to invite you to plan to participate. This year, Halloween Day is on a Sunday, October 31st, and we're going to try to make a day of it. We're going to have worship in the morning. We're going to do some prayer walking and try to engage you in some different things during that Sunday morning. We're talking about having some big meal type of thing following worship, and then there's the setup and getting ready for the outreach. So there's worship, there's fellowship, there's food, there's service, there's evangelism that will take place. And I want to invite you to plan to be a part, really make this a full church focus on that day. Here's some things you can do. You can bring candy. And we need a lot more chocolate right now than the other sweet candies. You can plan to have a trunk, which means you decorate your trunk and dress up in a costume. You can plan to help with the setup and the teardown that will be taking place. We've got at least one person right now that is going to run a wordless book center, and we'd like to have maybe 3 or 4 people that would be running a wordless book center. So we have 3 or 4 different locations where people are just very regularly sharing the gospel. We're going to have some people playing music out at the fires and things like that. So there's all kinds of ways. We'll need help with kitchen stuff like hot dogs and donuts and cider and things of that nature. So mark your calendar. October 5th at 6:30 will be our next meeting to talk about trunk or treat. And if you can't make the meeting, do like one person did yesterday and send me a text, send me an email, a Facebook message or something, and say, hey, I'm planning to help, count me in. Meantime though, be praying that God would give us a great night that night, weather-wise. Be praying that God would move on the hearts of people to come and participate. Be praying that COVID doesn't get in the way again, and that God would be glorified and people would be introduced to Jesus Christ that night. See you soon.